reductionizations means, so basically what is the going on, um, and what is the going on. So the reductions means that there is no duplication of that information. They are the providing the contribution, avoiding the duplication and perfect of that information only. For example, we are the uploading one of the ebook. The ebook is not only that uploading the 2 times or 3 times. That is the duplication of the space of the time, and the user also is the difficulty. Same document it will be reflected the 3 times. Once you can avoid the duplication, the correct manner, what type of the database is the required, correct document of that information, you can post in our data, in our database. And also data sharing. So for example, you have the good book is there. So the book is the going on. So the book it will be sharing to the, all the people in our class teacher. So this class teacher is the going on. So immediately the class teacher, they are the sharing to the, all the people. So the one book is there, it will be sharing to the 60 members or 120 members or 100 members. N number of the people at a time, they can be shared, easy access and readable and downloadable. So such type of the privilegizations also is there here. And also data integrity. So data integrity means in our data is there, in our database is there, in our data it will be the database majorly integrity. That means it will be showing qualitative of that information to providing in our user community. So that means in the exactly accurate of the information they are the providing. So data integrity, what type of the data integrity to purpose in different domains we have the searching the database. The database it will be providing to the accurate of that information. For example, you are the searching the database in the title wise, it will be reflected to the information title wise, or otherwise it will be reflected to the ISBN, International Standard Book Number. Each of that book, each of that publication, it will be goes to the publication. They are the given the one of that number, the unique of that number. The book it will be reflected. The 13 ISBN, how many digits is there? The previously it will be goes to the 10 digits. Right now the 13 digits of the ISBN, International Standard Book Description Number. Once you can click it on that anywhere in the Google or any place, in the 13 digits of that number, what type of that book, what is the title, what is that author, so which year, who is that publication, which is the edition, how many pages, entirely the book description it will be reflected to the directly. So ISSN in case journals is there. So journals, what type of the number is the allocated, international serial number they are allocated, international standard serial number, ISSN, international standard serial number. That number they are allocated to the journals only. So this type of that parameters is the more effectively working on that. And also data security. So same thing here, the data security, what type of that privilegizations, what type of that methodologies is the going on, that methodology have the applied, and the conflict of the resolution. So conflict of the resolution is the chosen to the fastest file in the structure of that manner. That is the in case the structure of that manner is there, the data it will be reflected perfectly. So here the cost. So costly the database is majorly too costly because in the behind of the screen, n number of the people are working and maintaining the servers and uploading the database profile of the managers. For example, you are searching one of the data, it will be immediately in our database Harvard Business Review, the magazine is there. So MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT Review magazine is the required in the marketing. It will be required. You can see. So this is the data immediately how it will be reflected directly in our hands, how it will be going on. The costly of that thing, it will be goes to the commercial databases. They are the applying to the collecting that information by the authors, by the publishers, the vendor, they are the paid and taken to the permission to the author copyright of the act. Then only the people will be publishing the content in our that in our database. The database is perfectly where the searching what is the per capita of the income of the government of the India statistics. So India growth of that percentage, how much is the going on? That information will be reflected directly. That means in the whose caste they are the working and the number of the people in the behind of that. So the caste is also is the main thing, and also slow responses. Slow responses is also is there a backup of the recovery. Slow of the responses means in the databases So sometimes they did not maintaining the properly. They are the given to the slow responses. That is the waste of these things. They did not to use of the database. Why? I am asking the data. It will be reflected directly. This is the best way to sharing that information. That is the mainly. So on backup and recovery. So in case we are the searching one of that article, it will be available in our database. In case in the next 1 week or 10 days after that, I'm the searching that article, it will be not there. What is that purpose? What is that utilization? That is the zero of that validity. So the document, it will be reflected in the perfect of that manner. That is the main thing. So this is the basic fundamentals of the structures of the database management system. This unit is the completed. Next we will go to the unit number 10. So the bibliographical databases and searching techniques. So bibliographical databases means, what is the bibliographical? Bibliographical called entirely title and author of that information of the in our library. In our library records is the called as a bibliographical databases only. So in the previously in the 1990s or 1970s, the second of that information resources, it will be available in the physical format of that content. So after that, the databases that came in the 1970 onwards, gradually they are uploading the e-content to through the browsing of the data online servers. So online system is the going on. So online system, what is the going on? What is that online of the system? Previous days, if you need the any of the database, directly go there in our library to searching the books and get it the statistical information to collecting by the physical content of that material, print journals or books and etc. That only that will be reflected to the, for example, in the last 1 month, what is the dollar price? What is the commodities of the prices? So how, why, what is the reasons of prices are more increasing in the commodities? So what is the reason? What is the main motto? That is reflected to the how did it will be getting that information in the previously. It will be goes to collecting directly through offline mode only in the previous. Here in the online services is came at the time, the content it will be reflected to directly to open hands off in our information only. The systems, that means online. Today news is there in the e-paper. Example, we did not to go to see directly in the newspaper. Just you can click it and that automatically it will be reflected the hands of that information. So that is the online system is the came. It will be reflected more informative. So online vendors. So today is the online vendors is there. Once you can click it and that automatically the information is the reflected hands of information in our hands. So that is the good. Okay. So who is that working on that in the vendors? So you are the clicking on that, you will get it that information. How it will becomes behind of that screen, n number of the people they are the working. So that is the called as the vendors. Hindu paper is there. So the online copy is there. So whom to working on that? Hindu team of that people, they are the working on that. So in the databases also, whether the newspaper data is the required, the newspaper of the people, they are the working of the team of the people. And also in the publishers. So who is the publishers? TMH publishers, Thomson Reuters, McGraw Hills, Pearsons, S. Chand publishers, different domains of that people is there in the publications of that academic content delivering to the people. That type of that people, they're the n number of the people. IEEE people is there. They're the publishing to the IEEE content of that information. Science director people is there. They're the conducting in the 4 areas of that area. In the world wise, the topest of the database information they are the collected. So first one is the social sciences, one of the databases. Second is the engineering sciences. Third is the pure sciences. Fourth is the chemical engineering sciences. There are the different four domains of that areas. There are the collecting that information directly from to the users. So that is the mainly. So vendors is the key role of that point here. That is the main thing. End user interfacing. So end users is the target. What is the user of the target? End users. What is your main motto of in our library? So what is that? So what your end user, who is that? Your faculty, your students, your research scholars is the end user. So that's why the people will be providing the quality of that information. There are the keep on mind. So end user, what is the requirement? What type of that information they are the browsing? So such type of that information they are the uploading in the portals. That is the main thing. And also popular vendors. Today in the popular vendors is there. In the databases there that selling. Dialogue is there. The people is the one of the topest familiar. And also SR is there. And also Lipsis is there. Bricks is there. And Blice is there. So the different domains is there in the online domain of the Germany of the people. They are the developing the different domains of the content. So they are the developing the content and delivering to the people. So the popular vendors is the mainly to key role. What is that main motto? To providing the qualitative of that information, publications and uploading the areas. So our India, what type of that vendors is there? NIC is there, New Delhi, National Informatics Center. So that is the Judis. The product name is the called as a Judis. So in NIC New Delhi, the people, the product name is the called as a Judis. So that is the called as a Judis is the called as a database name. The database name is reflected what is the purpose, legal databases, acts and rules of the cases. So each of the state in the rules of that cases, what type of that cases is the going on. So what is that impact is the going on. So such type of that information, it will be reflected to the directly the legal content of that information. They are the delivering. That is the one thing. And secondly, Spectrum Mumbai, that is the juries. This people is also publishing to the legal database of that Supreme Court of that reports, Supreme Court of that cases. So in the first in the Supreme Court of India, in the, that is the before of that 19th. What is the uh, before of that Supreme Court, before of that independence, what type of that judgments is the going on? After the 1947 to till date, what type of that cases is the going on? That cases history is the going on. Who is the main victims? Whether the versus to versus, who is that candidates? What type of the judgments is the came? The judgments is the perfectly they are the delivered. That entirely what type of the judgment is the result it will become. So such type of the brief information Ayodhya case is there. So who is the judges? What is the panel? What is that Muslim that is the works board is the going on? What is the defense is the going on? Such type of that entirely in the case study means in the top to bottom the history whenever it will be started the Ayodhya Ramachandra Bhumi case up to end over in the 2023 or 20 or 22, what type of the judgment is came, the temple it will be started, that entirely the case study of the picture, it will be reflected in his databases. Once we can click it on the database case studies means entirely the case study means in the first level to top level, the information it will be reflected to the directly. This is the main motto of this thing of the database. And also the informatics Bangalore. So that is the IBID Indian Business Intelligence Database System. So that is the called as abstract and news informations from the Indian periodicals and CDs. So Indian periodical systems means in the periodicals and journals is the common phenomena. Both are the same. So periodicals means in the periodicity wise they are the publishing. So that's why the name it will becomes to the periodicity. So this is the people will be searching and browsing. They are the providing this type of that content of that information. And also Vans Communication Mumbai. So that is the people will be VSL database. They are the sold. So VSL database it will be reflected to the books and articles, ET and economic journals. So economic terms, what type of the today is the what is the commodities of the price? So what is the dollar cost? What is the gold price? So such type of the economical development of the history of the aspects, it will be covered on the databases. So that's why the database it will be reflected morely to concentrating that type of the contemporary. They did not to collecting the remaining of that information. Accurate what is that main motto of that agenda? That type of that information only they are the collecting and uploading in his web portal that is called as a database. So that is one thing. Vans communication by the Mumbai. That is the summary of the environmental information and business journal information. So environmental sciences of the information today. What is the pollution of the today in the winter season? The Delhi it will be very smoking. So why? What is the reasons? All the people that are suffering to the lungs problems. The highly polluted of the city in in India, Delhi is the highly polluted. In the second level is the Mumbai. third one is the that one is the Bengal, and fourth one Hyderabad. So why? What is the pollution is the going on? Why the people will be studying the case study? This type of that parameters it will be reflected. The people, the database is mainly to motto to conducting the environmental of that issues only. They did not to uploading in his database what is the political influence, what is the political is the going on, who is whom, what is what, nothing else. They did not to collecting such type of that unnecessary of that matter. The database is the main motto to aim to conducting the environmental issues only. So this is the mainly CMIE, Center for Monitoring and Intelligence. CMIE is the called as Center for Monitoring and Intelligence of the economy in the Mumbai. The Mumbai of the trade India, they exporting the important of that globalization of that information. So the exporting and importing of the data from globalization of that information. So the why today why the gold is the cost in the last year it will be 48,000 in the 22 carats. Today is the 68 of the thousand. What is the reason? Why what is the reason which is going on? The global information of the system. What is the trends is the going on? The economy of the growth of that capital, that information it will be covered this database. And also CMI, same thing, Center for Monitoring and Intelligence Economy, the prove the people will be collecting the financial information databases. The financial means this quarter, so January to June. So the first quarter, January to March, second quarter, April to June. In the 4 quarters of that year, what type of that graph analysis is the going on? How many companies is the came? The vanished companies. So vanished companies means in the banned companies. So some of the companies there is no public, there is no productivity. The vanished are the some of the companies in the Minister of that Corporate Affairs, they are the uploading the information. So how many companies, new companies are coming in the India, how many companies, the vanished companies, the downfall and closing the companies of that information, it will be reflected directly. That is the one thing. So this database is purely covered the different type of the domains only. That is the main thing. Types of the databases. So the types of the databases, you know. So that is the mainly to abstracting and indexing of the databases. The first one. Different domains of the databases is there. The first one is the abstracting and indexing database. Abstracting means, for example, in the chemical sciences, abstracts is there. Chemical sciences in the world wise, chemical abstracts should be published by the America. So America people they are the publishing to the chemical abstracts by the that is the called as a monthly wise, weekly wise they are the publishing. So all the publishing of the chemical abstracts it will be compiling in the monthly of the publication the compiling. That did not giving to the brief of the content of the information. So they are the worldwide who, for example, in the COVID or any chemical engineering or any pharmaceutical engineering is the going on. One new drug is came in the worldwide. So in the cancer or if any prevention. So what type of the drug it will be in the new invention coming to the market in the China or in India, what type of the drug is the going on. So the chemical abstract it will be reflected what type of the chemical formula it will be going on. That type of the contemporary they did not give in the entirely brief of that content. They are given to the only abstract and the indexing that information. Abstract means so this China it will be they are the conducted the new invention. The product is the name is the called as a cancer preventive medicine. So what is that formula? The chemical sum of the formulas they are the uploaded. Indexing which place is the index to do? This is the so and so journal, so and so area in the China. The Web of Science they are the publishing this article. This type of that information in the world wise, all the categories of that information they are the publishing. So that is the called as a indexing and abstracting of that system of that database. The database it will be totally to reflected that information only. That is the one thing. And secondly, full test of the database. Full test of the database means in the whenever you will take in the database you have can click. For example, you have the taken one of the social science database. For example, or sciences database, mathematical database you have the taken. Once you can click it on the one formula of the new mathematical information, automatically the formulation of the information totally it will be reflected directly in the full test of the paper. You are the writing one of the public, you are the publishing one of the research article. What is that formula? What is the steps? For example, in the higher engineering, mathematics is there. So the graph, the basic principles of mathematics, what type of the principles is the required? what is the major principles, what is the problems. So such type of that information they are the uploading, that information it will be reflected, the full test of that information in the first page to end of that page it will be reflected. That is the called as a full test of the database. And also image databases. So sometimes the images it will be reflected, the graph data is there, building structure is there, the majorly in the civil engineering of the people, the building structure is the going on, the building structure it will be reflected to the graphical images. This is the structure, this model where the designing. First stage they are the designing of the pattern, they are the taken to the scaling of the paper. The first level how it will be drawing, second level, third level, everything of the designing of the pattern it will be mentioned that video. They are the uploading. That is image of that pattern. That means your regarding of the building structure, how to you can designing the building structure, it will be reflected in this database. That is the main thing. And also integrated the reference packages and numerical statistical databases. So same thing in the statistical databases, means for example the per capita. So what is the growth of that in India in this year, last year, before last year, the COVID period in the 2019, it is the dramatically to downfall. After that the graph is the going on. And before of the COVID period, the growth rate of that 8.5%, the growth rate is there. Today, the growth point is the 6.5 only. So why? What is the reason? What is the factors is the going on? This databases is the purely reflected on the contemporary of that area. That is the so the comprehensive of the databases they are the providing. There are the categories different category domains is there. The sum of the database they are the providing the information 10 years and 15 years. For example, in the world wise, Harvard Business Review is there. So Harvard Business Review people, they're the given they're the given the publications in the 1927 to till date all the publications is the going on. The publications it will be reflected. So that means not only in the 10 years 20 years in the Harvard Business Review is the standard magazine of in the world wise management sciences, all the people in the America too world wise all the people they are the reading. They are the publishing, they are the started around in the 1927 till 2024. All the soft copies is available in the Harvard Business Review web portal. Why? The people that starting level, how it will be publishing, the Harvard Business Review, it will be publishing monthly magazine. So today, after the COVID of the period, they are the publishing the bi-monthly. By the 2 months of the period, one copy is coming. Monthly it comes publishing. It will monthly it will be comes to the yearly 12 copies. But bi-monthly it will be comes to the 6 copies only. So this the magazine it will be why I'm telling this is the starting level 1927. What is the publication? Whatever that articles is the publishing till today, the publications of that copies today is the publishing 2024 July to December. What type of that new article is came that it will be reflected that information in his web portal. This is the standard structure of that format. Some of the databases they are the following and the current updating in the monthly. So some databases currently updating monthly. So what type of the new trends is the going on, what type of the content is the going on, they are continuously to uploading. So this is one example. And also that is the mainly highly interactive and providing the specific, well comprehensive information to the respective needs of the basis query. High qualitative of that information. For example, Nifty is there, Sensex is there. They are the maintaining one of the stock exchange of that boards. They are the going to the databases regularly. The stock market day to day. Today is the going on the within the 1 month, within the 1 hour. The trends is the going on to dramatically to go grow up and downfall. The elections is the going on before in that election, the graph is comes to the degrading, decreasing. And after the elections, the graph is the going high level. So that impacts it will be going on step by step within the 1 hour. The wars is the gaming. Why the gold is prices whose commodity? The gold is not producing. The product is Russia and all the people they not to producting. So wars is the going on the last 3 years. Crude oil of the problem. So such type of that all the impacts it will be reflected. The product it will be not comes to the public domain openly immediately the cost it will be highly increasing. So in the last one before of the 10 days the market you can see the tomatoes is the cost of that in the this is the only the normal season, the kilo is the 100 rupees and 70 rupees, today is the 50 rupees. That is the product it will be comes to the more automatically will be decreasing the data. Same thing here. The databases also, it will be providing accurate whatever that content is required. That information day to day they are the uploading. That is the main thing. So it's access methodology. So what is that main access of that methodology? So access methodology is the main key role. So user friendly of the access of that methodology is the required. That means so entirely all the content it will be useful, friendly of that manner, access of that method. Then only the people will be accessible. So this is the one type of the product of the databases, and the remaining CD DVD databases. So for example, CD DVD databases in the before of the 10 years it will be going on till now today. Today also sometimes some publishers of PC cast is the people is there. They are the publishing the DVDs also. So the CD DVDs is the database is there. For example, uh, uh, movies is there. Aditya musical system is there. They are the publishing the CD DVDs, movies and the songs and etc. So this is the one of the database though. That is the called as a the people will be only in the musical database. They are the maintaining. That is one aspect. And also CMIE is there. Center for Monitoring Intelligence Economy. That is the Mumbai of the located. They are the collecting that information on the quarterly. The people in the India and worldwide, what is the commodities of the price, what is the financial status, what is the growth rate of that India. They are the collecting and publishing that article and physical copy, and simultaneously they are the publishing the entirely the content in CD-ROM, and the CD surrounding the each of the subject 100 to 150. They are the sold to the entirely all the libraries, the economic libraries. So they are the procuring and updating that information. So the CD-ROM databases entirely the CD content of that information it will be reflected on the databases only. There are the only in the domain of the eminent concerning the jurisdiction only. That is the CD-ROMs of the product. Whatever the product is there, the content contemporary of the product, they are the uploading on the portals. That is on the websites. So this is the one of that area, and also. Optical storage devices. So optical storage devices means the CD and the DVDs, etc. It will be stored the database. What is the growth or what is the per capita? That is also in case in the academic environment of that point of view, any publications is there, the citations is there. That type of that information is also they are all uploading in the portal. That is the main thing. So it is the computer disk in computer disco interactive. So today computer disk interactive is the came, and the hard disk is the came, drives is came. Once you can click it and that directly you can go to the for a Greenstone library. You can click it and the directly it will be goes to the New Zealand Greenstone library. The server it will be connected. What type of that information you are the browsing, immediately it will be reflected. That type of the technology is the going on. So metadata products. So metadata products is data is called data to data is the called metadata. So metadata is the unique structure of the format. On that basis, entirely the content of the data, it will be reflected to the database management system also perfectly on that area. And also online CD DVD ROMs. So today online databases is also came CD and DVDs. If you need the CD DVDs, then only you can buy it. That is one option. Or otherwise you can directly to open to see online and offline mode. Both modes are accessible to accessible of the data. So a number of the databases is there. So monthly wise, quarterly, the graph, what type of the areas is the required, we can buy it on that. That is one product of these things is the going on. So in the research of that information, what is the main? This is the mainly the database of that area. The next one is searching information and retrieval system. Searching of that information and retrievaling of the system. What is that? Searching of that information. Mm. So that means, so searching of that information retrieving means in the database is there, just like as a Google is there, Google Mata. Just you can get typing. So where is it located? The Lulu Mall. So Lulu Mall is located to the Kokatpalli towards in the Madhapur Road. So it will be first of the located in the mall in the Dubai. After the next one is the Bangalore or Kerala. It will be in the second Bangalore. After second one is the Hyderabad. So this type of that information will be reflected. The search engine tool is mainly to is the Google. Where the searching to the Lulu Mall, it will be reflected. That means what the searching means, you are the searching, what type of that information you are the searching. The mainly what searching Lulu Mall. Lulu Mall, it will be reflected to in our system on the screen. Where is it located? Where is the place? So this type of that patterns, this type of that methods it will be using and following. So this is the document characteristics. So the document of the characteristics, what type of the documents is there in our library? E-books is there, e-journals is there, video lectures is there, audio lectures is there, and scanned documents is there. Directly conversion of that PDF, electronic format of the database is there, and also ISBN number, ISSN number. This unique different characteristics of that databases is also is there. The database is reflected to working on that. In case you doesn't know, you are going to the database, you are the searching ISBN number. The ISBN 13 digits of the how many digits of that ISBN 13 numbers? ISBN please. 13
13,
digits
sir.
of the 13 digits numbers is there. Once you doesn't know the title name, you can click it on that. You can mention the 13 digits of that number. So automatically the data it will be reflected. That type of that information retrieval process, the search engine of the database also it will be providing. And also indexing languages. So indexing of that language, what type of that some major language is there? UNESCO, United Nations, United Kingdom, they are the following the English. In the rest of the people, German, Spanish of the people is there. So in our database, it will be reflected the indexing according to the language also. Hypertext of the markup of the language are different domains of that languages. So the database is supporting different applications of that method and also user requirements. So basically the databases, what is that main motto? To mainly what is that main motto? User requirements. So what type of that information you can require, then only the people will be following in that. For example, the IEEE is there, or is some data monitor 360 is there. Data monitor 360, they are the collecting that name of that company name, data monitor 360 degrees. Data monitor 360 degrees main motto, there are the collecting the world wise, India wise, top business companies information. So where is that company? Where is that area? What is the stock market? Which year the company is established? What is the stock market is going on? Where is located? What type of the product is the going on? Today, what is the development of the company name policy? This type of that information will be reflected to the data monitor 360. So the data monitor 360 main motto, what is that? The people will be stored the documents to the corporate level of the people of that information only. So in this contemporary, the people will be focusing more emphasis. What is that user needs? What is that main motto? Corporate affairs only. That means the companies of that information they are the uploading. So the user is mainly to requirement what type of that information they are the requiring, not only hotel names and etc. The people will be requiring the major information is called as a company profiles, corporate profiles. The people users, those who are the desirable of the users only. On that basis, they are the creating and collecting that information and providing the information. That type of the users only. That is the main thing. Matching records. So matching of the records in case of the records, it will be I'm asking one of the database. It will be the record. It will be matching or not my database. So it will be main important. I'm the searching majorly stock market information. The stock market of that information will be showing or not. Then only. So identifying the proper of the searching of the tools is correctly working or not. Then only you can identify. And searching methodology. So what type of the searching of the methodology you have the following? So what is the statistical of the methods you have the following? That is also one of the need to applying to retrieving the information. So searching facilities. So we can database is there. You can creating the searching methodologies. How it will be searching. So just directly you can go to, for example, metro railway stations. You will go to the Google directly. You can click it on that metro railway stations. You can click it on that. In the world wise or India wise, all the metro stations information it will be reflected. In case you are the searching metro and Hyderabad, and you can click it on that key commands. So automatically the Google it will be reflected to give the Hyderabad metro rail information only. Why? The search engine of the strategy were not collecting, were not typing to the entirely the content of the metro stations and or you have the applied. Under is the mechanism of the key roles. It will be searching the different profiles and also stock market of the people. the people will be Boolean market of that people. So they are the searching. So that regularly that fellow's job is the only for searching. So the searching is the people will be using the commands. So these different domains, that is the people will be applying the database is supporting to the needs of that user community. That is the essentials, and also common communication language format. So common communication format of that language means once I am up, using the open the application, it will be immediately to open. So that is the main thing. So it will be not open. It will be open to the one people. It is not open to the other people. So what is that reason? There is nothing else. The common communication format is there. The system, whenever the people will be login, all the people can be open to see the database. So the common facilities. So common facilities is main. So what is the database is there? What is the structures is there? It will be reflected to the same scenario. So this is the major structures of the user searching of the tools. So this is the one of the database. So this unit is the over. Okay. Now we can discuss to the computer networks. So today these three units is the gone. The library databases is the over. So right now the computer networks in the unit number 11. So unit number 10 is the gone. It will be completed. Any doubts in the unit number 10? So you can read the thoroughly unit number 10. Today is the over. So next we will discuss to the unit number 11. So computer networks. So the
The time is up,
database.
sir. 3:30.
Yeah, okay, no, over. So this the unit number 10 is over. So in the next class by next week, we can finish into the computer networks, and finally in the next library networks also we can finishing. So it will be over to the next class in the two classes. We will give the overview, then only it will be completed the subject. Okay. Thank you all of you. Any doubts,
Thank
please?
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. So the next class is there around in the my class 4:30 to 5:30 by the digital library.
Thank you, sir.
Please, all of you come to join the class, please. Yeah.